Okay, let me get this pulled up on my screen. Hello, hello, happy Wednesday. Hi, everybody, welcome. It's Wednesday evening, just after 8:30 p.m. Eastern. My name is Zara Premji. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Markham, Ontario, Canada. And I am here with your weekly Wednesday Facebook Live. So please do say hello if you are jumping on live. And I always say this, but I still really love to know if you're watching for the first time or if you're watching the replay. So please do comment below. Hello, my friend Shirley. Hello, Janice. Hello, Michelle. You figured you'd get some inspiration from me. Well, I hope you do, because let me tell you, it's been a week, so the mojo has not been flowing. But I think, well, I like the card that I'm making. Hello, Margaret Ann. Thank you for joining. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you've all had a good week so far. It's hump day, which means we're halfway through the week and on the way down to the weekend, which I'm super excited about. Thank you so much for sharing, Shirley. Hello, Natalie. Hi, Andra. I see so many of my Stamp Camp friends joining. All my friends that I'm going to be hanging out with this weekend at Stamp Camp are popping on. So hello, my friends. So I'll tell you what we're going to do today. I'm not going to keep you here all night. I never do, but I do, I like to chit chat. So we'll do a little tiny bit of chit chat, and then I'm going to flip the camera down and I'm going to show you a non-traditional pumpkin card. Okay, so I got the gorgeous, it's called the Pretty Pumpkins bundle, and it is in our holiday catalog, and I hadn't played with it until today. So got I pulled it out and I created what I think is a very non-traditional pumpkin card. Not what you might expect to see with pumpkins, but I love the way it turned out. I love the colors. And of course, what I am going to be showing you, you can adapt to whatever you'd like. Shirley's asking if it's pink. It is not pink, although I was tempted to put pink on it, and I still could make this card and recreate it with pink. So I might have to do that actually, Shirley. Um, Janice has not played with it either. So just to let you know, I do a monthly card club. I guess let's call it My Pretty Inspirations Monthly. And I call it a club, but it doesn't actually, like, you don't have to be a member per se. You can jump in and out at any time. And so every month I pick a stamp set or bundle. And I'm sorry if I keep leaning forward. I'm getting like a barrage of text messages coming up on my screen. And so I have to keep swiping to get them off so that I can see your comments. So every month I pick a stamp set or a bundle, and then I create some cards with it. And then anybody that wants to purchase it that month can do so. It includes $20 to $25 in product, and you make 8 cards. 4 different designs, 2 of each. And this month I am featuring the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. So I'm going to show you a card that is going to hopefully get the inspiration going. And then if you're interested, you can check back on my page in the next day or two, and there will be information posted. It's a tight timeline. You'll have to register within 5 days. The deadline of this is the 20th. And then I'll get back into a little bit of a cycle and a routine, and we'll be good to go. And every month there'll be a new offering. So let's see if any new friends have joined us. Hello, Denise. Hello, 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 Carol Ann. Thank you for joining. Okay, so hello, my friend Jamie. It has been a week. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling super tired and drained today. It's been my first week back at work, my kids' first week back at school. We had a little bit of drama today with my middle child, which was, I don't know, just like took the wind out of my sails. I was super tired. And then when I started like crafting and thinking about Facebook Live tonight, I kind of got a little bit of energy. I should also say, I tried intermittent fasting for the first time today, which probably has something to do with why I'm feeling a little tired. So basically, with intermittent fasting, you eat between the hours of 12 to 8. And so I didn't eat anything before 12 p.m. So between 12 to 8, I had to like cram in my meals and stuff. And I think it's just taking a toll. Anyway, you guys probably don't care to know about that. That's not why you're here. Good evening, Keisha. Oh, it sounds like everybody's had a crazy week. All right. Hello, Sandy. Hello, Caroline. Hello, Elizabeth. Hello, Carmen. So many friends have popped on. Okay, so I hope you guys are all having a good evening. If you're watching for the first time, welcome and thank you. I hope I'm not too much of a gong show tonight. I'm usually a little bit more polished and, put together, but you know what? This is the real me. I am a mom of three. I work full time as an occupational therapist, and I make sure to squeeze in time for crafting and to be able to join you guys and share some inspiration with all of you. So let me flip this down. We will get started and we'll continue the chatter in the comments. And so thank you for being here. Hello, hello, Kathleen Mack. Hi, friends. Okay, so if you're watching the replay, I apologize that I'm always saying hello to people, but when I'm doing this live, I see names popping up, and these are like my friends and my people that I've crafted with, or just that I've gotten to know through Facebook Live. So I always want to say hello. So I apologize if you're watching the replay and wondering why I keep saying hello, hello, hello. Thank you, Shirley. Hello, Karen. Okay, here we go. Look away for a second. We're going to flip this down. Hello, Tammy Crease. Hello, my friend. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hello, good evening, Amy from Indiana. I hope everybody is doing well and having a great week. We are going to get crafting. Okay, going to show you a couple of things. We don't really need to look in this yet, but I will show you after. You'll also want to stick around to the end because I'm going to be showing you first a non-traditional card featuring our Pretty Pumpkins bundle. And then I'm going to be showing you one that I would say is maybe a little bit more traditional colors for fall, but I don't know, we'll see. So in the holiday catalog, there is a bundle. Like I said, it's called the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. It's on page 48. And this is not part of a suite, it's just a bundle, which means there's a stamp set and a coordinating set of dies. It's a red rubber stamp set, so it's a cling stamp set, and there are 8 different stamps in here. So you've got this gorgeous detailed pumpkin, and then you've got these other ones that lend themselves really nicely to different coloring techniques. So you can use our Stampin' Blends, you can use our water brushes, you can use blender pens, or you could just leave them if you'd like. You don't have to color them. Not everything has to be colored that has an outline. And then they've got some really nice sentiments. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. I think that's really cute. So thankful for you and gather together. So while it's coming out around the time of Thanksgiving, I think that it's one of those stamp sets that you can use for other occasions as well. And hopefully the card that I'm going to show you today is going to really convince you that this isn't just a fall or Thanksgiving stamp set. This also comes with a set of dies called the Detailed Pumpkins dies. You can purchase the stamp set and the dies separately, or you can purchase them together and save 10%. And if you can save 10%, why wouldn't you, right? So this die set has, let's see, there are 10 dies, and then some of them will cut out the images that you see. You know, if you've been watching for a while, I always like to show you that this will actually die cut the images in the stamp set. And then we've got a couple that are more detailed, okay? And I'm going to show you a hack for sticking this down because once you cut it out, it is not fun to use liquid glue. You will get it everywhere. So I'm going to show you a little hack using a product that we have in our annual catalog. So that's the Detailed Pumpkins, or sorry, the Pretty Pumpkins bundle. You can get the whole bundle for $62. So that's with a savings of 10%, and it is gorgeous. Hello, Gail. Denise is at the lake house, and so she's going to watch the replay later. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining. If you like this video, if you like what I'm sharing, if you think that you have friends or family that would enjoy the chatter or the crafting inspiration, you can go ahead and share the video. That means a lot to me. And just basically, we're just sharing the love and the crafting inspiration. Last thing I'm going to tell you before we move on to the crafting is we are at getting to the end of Celebration, which means there are 2 weeks left. I think we have 15 days left in Celebration. And so this is the first time that Stampin' Up! Has done a second Celebration. Traditionally, Celebration is in January, February, and March of every year. And this year, Stampin' Up! Did 4 months of Celebration. So we did January and February, and then July and August, or sorry, August and September. So there are 2 weeks left to be able to get some items for free from this brochure. There's beautiful papers. There are stamp sets. There's this really cute counting sheep stamp set and coordinating dies that you can get all for free. Okay, so all of the items in here where you see free with blank purchase, you can actually earn those for free. So we've got 2 weeks left of that. And then last thing I want to tell you is I have an ordering special every month. So if you go to zarapremji.com, you will see a link to shop my online store. If your order is over $50 or more and you use this host code here, you are going to get a gift from me, okay? So you're going to get a package of the brushed metallic adhesive back dots as a gift for me for free in the month of October. Are you guys ready to get crafting? Do you want to see the card? I feel like I want to show you the card because otherwise you're going to look at what I'm doing and be like, what is she doing? So if you don't want to see it, look away in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here we go. Here is our very non-traditional. Now there are some different elements to it, but it's still a fairly simple card, okay? So I'm going to spruce it up a little bit more than this because I'm going to add some ink splatter to it, but otherwise it's a fairly simple card and I'm letting the dies do all the work, okay? So let's first start with our card base, and I'm going to use a thick Whisper White card base. And I don't know, what do you think of that card so far? It's probably not what you'd expect when I told you that I was going to be doing a card with pumpkins. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I want to just create a little bit of a splatter on the background. There are different ways to do this. I like to use my black Stampin' Right marker. You can use any color you want, especially if you have different colored Stampin' Right markers. You can also use our Stampin Blends, and you would do the same thing that I'm going to do with this. So I'm just taking the brush tip of my Stampin' Right marker. We've got both the sort of bullet tip and then the brush tip. And I'm just going to take the brush tip and I'm just going to flick it against the cap. And what that's doing is just splattering some of the ink onto the background. Okay, so you don't have to do this if you don't have the marker or don't want to do it, but it just kind of creates a fun little background effect. Okay, then I've got my piece of designer series paper. Now here is just a little fun thing that you can do when you have a scrap piece of designer series paper. Mine measures 4.5 by 3.5. Okay, so you'll have to do a little bit of math here. So if this measures 3.5, I'm going to cut it to 1 3/4. Okay, which is half. I think that's half of 3.5. And then I'm going to take them and stack them. Look, I've got ink all over my fingers, and now I've transferred it to my designer series paper. Okay, so then I'm going to stack them because with our Stampin' Trimmer, you can actually cut through a few layers of designer series paper. And you remember that I said my measurement was 4.5 here. So now I'm going to go to 2 1/4, which is half of 4.5. So I'm just basically taking this piece of designer series paper and I'm just cutting it into 4 equal sized rectangles. Okay. So I'm actually going to stick these down now that I've laid them out, just so that they will not move, and that way I don't have to do that again. Okay, so you just want to make sure that you've got roughly the same amount of space all around. You're going to leave a little bit of space in between the 4 rectangles. Okay, so you're just going to line that up more or less evenly. Okay, I've already moved mine. Now this paper is from the Pattern Party Paper Pack. Try and say that 5 times fast. So this is in the back of our annual catalog, and it's actually a host gift. So if you place a qualifying order, you can use your host rewards to be able to purchase this for free. Okay, so not even purchase it, you would be able to redeem your rewards to get it for free. So if you placed a qualifying order, or you and your friends wanted to put in a group order, there's different ways to do that. If you want to host a party, you can totally do that, and you will get some Stampin' rewards hopefully, and then you can use them to redeem for this paper or any of the other host rewards that we have. Okay, so I'm just sticking this down. I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not going to use a ruler and measure anything because a lot of this will get covered anyway. So you will see that you won't even really be able to tell if it's not perfectly spaced. Okay, so I'm leaving about just a little less than 1/4 of an inch between all of the rectangles. Okay, so we've got this down, and then we're just going to set that aside and let it dry. Now, I told you I would share a hack for using our detailed dies. And my hack is essentially to use our adhesive sheets, okay? So these are in our annual catalog. I believe they're on page 167, and they are a game changer when you are using our intricate dies. So I've got a piece of cardstock that measures 2.5 inches by 4 inches, okay? So this is, I want to just basically cut it so that I can just cover that piece of cardstock. So I'm going to grab my trimmer again, and I'm going to cut this to 2.5 and turn this and cut it to 4 inches. Now, I don't know if you can see, but there are these little slits here, okay? So then when you pull that back, there's an adhesive on the other side of that. And so you just peel it. Okay, all sorts of weird things happening on my computer right now. So you peel this off, and the adhesive is actually on this side. And I'm just going to lay that down here. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as you've got most of it covered. And so the sheets come in 6 by 12. That's the size of each sheet, but you can cut it down to whatever size you want, okay? So I'm going to get my dies out, and I will show you how amazingly these work. Can I tell you, I searched for this die for about 20 minutes on my desk earlier, like after I was designing, and I was putting everything away to get ready for my live tonight. I could not find this die anywhere. It was, of course, buried under a pile of paper, but I did lose 20 minutes of my life. Okay, so now I'm going to I didn't put the adhesive on the back of this one because the die for this is not quite as detailed. It's a little bit easier to get the liquid glue down on there, but this one is very, very detailed. Okay, so it's a lot of little small, little tiny kind of spots, and so I don't want to worry about fighting with my glue. So I'm just going to run this through the cut and emboss machine twice. So let's see, while I'm doing this, Janice is saying, the adhesive sheets are awesome. I had to make 15 Christmas swap cards. So I use them on the shimmer vellum to cut out the detailed, oh, so smart. Yes, that detailed star, I had to die cut a lot of those for one of my classes to go. And oh my goodness, they're very, very intricate. Okay, so let's move this out of the way, straighten everything out. Kathleen is saying the adhesive sheets are great for snowflakes. Yes, they're honestly, any of our detailed dies that have any kind of like intricacy to it, the adhesive sheets are so good to have. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out, I forgot to mention, for this pumpkin here, I'm using our brushed gold metallic sheets. These are also in our annual catalog. Excuse me. All right. So I'm just going to take my little die brush piece here, and I'm just going to brush out the little inner bits and bobs of the die cut. I don't know if there's a technical term for that, but we're going to go with bits and bobs today. Okay. So see all these little pieces coming out? I'm just going to shift those over to the side. You haven't even seen the magic yet. The magic has not yet happened. This is beautiful. Okay. So let me just take this off. I'm just pulling out the remaining pieces that are stuck in here. You want to be gentle with it so that you don't tear it, but it's not as delicate as you might think, especially because we've got the adhesive sheet, so it's almost like another layer to reinforce and make it more sturdy. Okay, so look at how beautiful that die is. Can you just imagine that in gold or in our bedazzling specialty paper that's free in our celebration offering? It's just so beautiful. So before I stick that down, I'm going to just take what I've done is just cut out a scalloped rectangle. And this is really just to mute the gingham on the back or the buffalo check on the back. Okay, so I just want to mute it a little bit. And then I'm going to peel the backing here. So now remember that there was a slit on that paper. So now I'm just looking for that slit, and I'm just going to pull carefully. You call them chads, Carol? Those little bits, they're called chads? I've never heard that before. Interesting. Okay, so here we go. This pumpkin is just gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so most of it is off. And I'm not sticking down my vellum yet because I want to put the adhesive on the back of my vellum, but I want to kind of make sure that it's covered where the pumpkins are. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that down like that. Okay, and then I'm going to take this little pumpkin here. Do you see what I mean about this being very like non-traditional? This doesn't necessarily look like a fall card, right? Okay. So now I'm going to just stick this just over top. And I just think the gold with the Coastal Cabana and the black and white, I love this color combo. Mind you, you could really swap this out with any color and it would still look gorgeous. So we could use pink if we wanted. And you know what? Maybe you won't see a pumpkin this color in the pumpkin patch, but I know that it's very trendy now to paint pumpkins. And so that just gives us creative license to make whatever color pumpkin we want. Okay, let's grab the It's okay. So Elizabeth is saying that the die cut is like Chinese paper cutting art that took hours to make. I know, right? It's so beautiful. And you saw it was just one pass through the cut and emboss machine, and then we have this beautiful intricate die. Okay, so I'm just pulling off glue dots now, and I'm just going to stick them behind where the die cuts are sitting. Okay, so just going to put them kind of in the corner. Ooh, stick into my nails. And then one here. Now, this corner up here is going to stick up a tiny bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this down first. And then I'm going to put a glue dot right under here where it's kind of behind a dark spot of the, or actually I'll do it here. So see how it's, you can still see it a little bit. Maybe I should have done that on the, hang on. Don't mind me. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, gonna get rid of that one. And maybe we'll try a different tactic. We'll go kind of where the white spot is. There, it shows a little less. Okay, so note to self, if you're putting glue dots between vellum and your cardstock or your designer series paper, go for a lighter spot because it doesn't show. Okay, so next up, we are going to do some heat embossing. So I know because I talk a lot, I think the cards might seem like they take longer, but this card didn't take me all that long to make, I promise. Yes, the adhesive sheets make it like an instant sticker. And there's just something very relaxing about peeling the backing off. I don't know. You guys might think I'm weird. It's like, you know, when you're in grade school, did you ever sometimes like touch white liquid glue and then sort of spread it on your fingers and let it dry just so that you could peel it off? Like there's, I don't know if you guys think I'm totally kooky, but I used to love doing that. I'm a very sensory person. I like different tactile sensations. So, okay, I am now going to heat emboss this sentiment that says, if friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. And I feel that way about all of you. I really, really cherish my Wednesday night Facebook Lives with all of you, and I appreciate you joining me, and I feel like you're all my friends. Okay, so here we go. I am just taking my white embossing powder and just gonna tap off the excess, and then we're gonna do some heat embossing. We're gonna heat that up. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, just waiting for this to heat up. Hello, Sonia. I hope you can hear me above my heat tool. I'm wearing my AirPods, so hopefully that helps. Okay. Thank you for sharing, Sonia. I appreciate it. Thank you, Janice. I'm reading all the comments while I'm heating this up. I should probably look at what I'm doing so I don't burn my fingers off. And I saw that Michelle commented that they had painted their pumpkin blue last year for autism awareness. So yeah, you could really have any color pumpkin you want. Okay, I'm going to fussy cut my sentiment here. I just found if I had cut this as a rectangle, I just felt like it was a little too thick and would cover a lot of my pumpkins. And so I'm just going to, I'm making like there's a lot of little sort of steps and techniques, I guess, but you can always, I say this every Facebook Live, always modify with what you have available and the time you have available. So if you want to simplify the card, skip a step, don't heat emboss, don't fussy cut. Ooh, got really close there to the text. And when you're fussy cutting, so you definitely want sharp scissors. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm actually not really moving the scissors in my right hand. I'm actually using my left hand to turn the cardstock. And I'm leaving a little bit of a border. Okay, let me just cut this off here. I'm leaving a little bit of a border around the text. Okay. All right. I still really love this sentiment. If friends were pumpkins, I'd pick you. Can you think of people you would share that sentiment with? It's so lovely. Okay, we have our sentiment. So it's not perfect, like it's not a perfectly cut, there's parts where it's a little bit jagged, but once you put it on the card, it's gonna look lovely. So I'm just gonna grab my linen thread. Margaret Ann embosses as much as she can. She loves it. Yes, it's still my favorite technique when it comes to stamping. I love heat embossing. Okay. There we go. So I'm just I wanted to just add a little bit of warmth to this. So that's why I decided to go with linen thread. And we'll grab our glue dots. You can trim the ends later if you feel like it's still too long. Okay, and then we're just going to stick that down on an angle like that. And let's find the dimensionals. So for the dimensionals, I'm going to put one here, one. There we go. And I'm just going to grab a mini because I feel like I'm going to have to use a mini on one of the ends. Okay, so we're going to peel this off and stick that down. Which way do I want that going? Okay, stick that down. And yeah, we want that going this way. And then I'm just going to take a little mini Stampin' Dimensional just so that this end here isn't popped up too much. So I'm just going to tuck that under. What do you think of this card so far? We just have to add some embellishments. So normally I would have used my brushed metallic dots, but I've really been loving on the gold ones. And so I don't have enough left to embellish with that. So here's what I've got left of my brushed metallic. I've used up all the small ones. So I'm going to use my metallic pearls instead, if I can find them. Or do you want to see it with matte black dots? What would you like to see? We've got two options here. We've got the metallic pearls and we've got the matte black dots. Oh, Keisha, that's such a nice compliment. Keisha says, I love this set. It's on my list for my next order next month. This card just confirmed it. Aw, that is so, so nice. I really appreciate you saying that. Okay, so tell me, my friends, do you want to see gold metallic pearls or do you want to see matte black dots? I'm going to tidy up a little bit here while you tell me in the comments what you'd like to see. I'm seeing votes for matte black dots. Okay, well, lucky for you, my sample has the gold metallic pearl, so you'll get to see both. How about that? We'll make everybody happy, team black and team gold. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, Michelle, you'll get to see the gold. Don't worry. You like the glitz like me. Gold, black, gold, black, gold. Okay, you guys will see both. I teased you just for fun because I'm going to show you both anyways. Okay, here we go. So, and then of course you get to decide which you like better. So I'm going to just take the matte. The matte black dots make it look really like super modern, right? So it does have a very kind of modern look to it. We'll go one small, one big, and then at the bottom here we'll do another small one. Where do I want it? There we go. All right. So what do you think, my friends? Do you guys like it? I'll bring it a little closer. You can see the background splatter. It's very subtle, but I love that it kind of just gives it a little bit of an edginess to it. And then I just love the black and white with the pop of color and the gold. Although I just realized my pumpkin is crooked. Okay, hide the glue dot with it. Oh, that I could, you know what? I actually did on my other one. I'll show you. Okay, so this is with the matte black dots. I just put 3 because they're a little bit bigger. And then here it is with the gold pearls. Okay, so I just used the tiny ones. And look, Elizabeth, I did cover the glue dot with it. Not this one though. Okay, so what do you think? What do you like better? My pumpkins are totally crooked, but do you like the colors? Like, I really was just, I pulled it out and I was like, I'm in a nonconformist kind of mood today. I was in a bit of a crabby mood. And I was like, I'm not going to do traditional pumpkin card. I'm going to do something different. So there you go. That's my different. I still think it's really pretty. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Thank you. Okay, so we have Ruth likes the black. Um, Keisha needs her brain to work the colors I pick. You love them both? Okay, good. Yeah, why choose, right? Okay, so I promised I would show you one that was yeah, we like the plaid, we like the gingham. And in the Pattern Party paper pack, there are so many different black and white patterns that you could totally recreate this look with so many different cards and stamp sets and just the possibilities are endless. So I told you I would show you another one that's a little bit more traditional, but even then still not so much. So let's just talk about this card for a second. I did this on the Misty Moonlight, and this pattern is from the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper. So it's part of the Nature's Harvest Suite or the Harvest Meadow Suite. And I just wanted to show you here, I actually did stamp that pumpkin and I die cut it. So I stamped it in Bumblebee, and then I used the gold, brushed gold metallic paper and die cut that detailed pumpkin. I also used the adhesive sheets on there. This sentiment is from The Beauty of Tomorrow. It says, some people are just likable. And on the inside, I'm going to put, you're one of those people. Like there's another sentiment that says that. So that is my sort of more, it's still not that traditional fall, but more so. And here I use the brushed metallic dots for that. So there you go. There's some inspiration using the Pretty Pumpkins stamp set. Do you like the blue Tiffany blue pumpkins? Yes. We all need a little Tiffany in our lives, don't we? I'm just going to pause and look at the comments. So I'm getting lots of love. Thank you so much. I could see all the hearts and the thumbs up flying by. That just made my night. Thank you so much. And thank you for your comments. I'm glad that you guys like the cards. And thank you for joining me. Oh, this is like exactly what I needed tonight. So thank you so much, my friends. I'm so glad you like them. And Thank you for joining. I'll be back here on Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern for my coffee and a card. If you go to my website here, zarapremji.com, like I said, there is a shopping link. Everything that we've used tonight can be purchased in my online store. And if you place an order of $50 or more using this host code here, you will get a packet of the brushed metallic dots as a gift for me for free. You'll also see on there some information about my Fall Frenzy virtual retreat that I'm doing with my friend Jamie Babarzi. We're doing that in October, the 22nd and 23rd. It's a virtual retreat, so you can do it from anywhere in Canada, or if you're in the US, let me know and I can send you a link for Jamie's. And you're going to get product included, and we're going to be featuring the Blackberry Beauty Suite, and we are going to have a blast with lots of games. There's going to be bingo, make and takes, prizes, add-on classes, all sorts of fun stuff. So you can get the information here at zarapremji.com. All right. Okay. So Karen just ordered this set. You are so welcome. I'm glad that you liked it. And thank you so much, my friends, for joining me. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a great rest of the week. Stay safe and healthy, and I will see you back here Sunday. Take care. Bye for now.